Hey, guess what? We have two little helpers here today. What's your name?
Kinley.
What's your name?
Aaron.
Do you want to help me make these?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. We were at the store yesterday and saw Lara Bars, right? You guys always want to eat Lara Bars. They're really good. They're good for you, but I was thinking I don't really want to spend $2 on a bar that's this big. So we can make our own, right?
Mm.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. Make a chocolate cashew Lara bar. We're going to use dates, cashews, and chocolate protein powder. And, oh yeah, and vanilla extract. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can make any kind of variety of Lara bar. All you'll need is a variety of nuts, dates, or any kind of other dried fruit. The protein powder is completely optional. I just want to add more protein to it. And you can use different extracts like vanilla, lemon. You can do a mint, whatever you like. Just have fun. Just keep the same proportions of dried fruit to nuts. We're going to use 16 medjool dates, 1 cup unsalted cashews, and 2 scoops chocolate protein powder. Any kind will work. I like to use SFH, and that's it. So the first thing that we're going to do is cut the medjool dates so that we can get the pit out of them. The only piece of equipment that you'll need to use is a food processor. It doesn't need to be fancy. I have probably the cheapest food processor and it works just fine. You can also use a blender or a magic bullet, but the food processor is really going to work the best. Use this blade and we'll get going on this thing. So Kinley, can you put the dates in the food processor?
Boo Boo gets to do that. Okay.
You guys can both do it.
Okay.
We're going to add our cashews. So Kinley, Elin, you want to help put the cashews in?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, that's 1 cup cashews. Cool. Going to do 2 scoops protein powder.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to add 50 grams of protein to it.
Can I do it some? Can I do it
Yeah,
some?
help me. Okay, yep, all we're going to do, put the lid on and let it food process for as long as it needs to break down. Want to push the button? My original idea was that I would need 16 dates, but I need more because it's not dated up enough, right? That's what you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's not sticking together as much as I'd like, so just use as much dried fruit, the dates, or whatever else you're substituting. Add more if it's not sticking all together. Now you can see that the mixture is getting chunky and sticky. That's when you know that it's done. Hey, no more.
No more.
What do you think? Is it yummy? I know. It is yummy. Let go, let go. Hands out, hands out. You have all your Lara Bar stuff. Just gonna kind of smush it together to get it out. You can do a million different things with it at this point. You could just pinch it off, roll it around, and have balls.
Or you could make it a big ball.
You could make it a big ball, yeah. You could just have this in your fridge and just eat like 2 bites every day.
Mm-hmm.
Would that work? Or you can flatten it out and make the actual bars with it. Now that I have my rectangle that's pretty even thickness all around, I'm just going to take my sharp knife and cut it into bars. You can do however big or small you'd like. You could do bars, you could do bites by cutting it again, however you want, it's all good. I'm going to be fancy and wrap them in parchment paper. You can always just put them in a plastic bag. I like to store them in the fridge right after you make them. They're a little bit soft, so it's just a really easy, good place to keep them. Of course, I have the macros for you for the bars. 1/8 of the recipe is going to be 6 grams of fat, 35 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of protein. And again, that's 1/8. So maybe you made 8 balls or 8 bars. Just divide the recipe by 8, and that's your macros for that portion. Say bye.
Bye.